Blogging is big business, and the money being paid to bloggers for sponsored posts has quadrupled in the last couple of years. And baby and parenting blogs are booming. So I've come to meet Andrea of OfficeMum.ie. She's one of Ireland's top parenting bloggers, and she's won countless awards for her hilarious and honest pieces about her children. Now today, hopefully, she's going to give us a few tips on how to become the world's next big thing. Andrea, thank you so much for having us into your beautiful home. Can you tell me, why did you get started on the parenting blog?
It was when I went back to work 3 years ago after my third maternity leave, and I just was frustrated. I was working 4 days a week. The 3 kids were in childcare. I was trying to juggle it all, and I wanted to, it's really hard. So I wanted to connect with other people who were going through the same things. So I looked for forums and blogs, couldn't find anything. So I said, fine, I'll just set one up myself.
Now, there's a lot of stressed out mammies out there. Can you relate this as a form of therapy for yourself?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it was for me. Like I'd be driving home from work with my husband shouting at the radio because they were talking about something like women in the boardroom or whatever. And then I just thought, okay, instead of shouting at the radio, why don't I just sit down when the kids are gone to bed and just write it down? And even if nobody reads, it doesn't matter. It just gets it out of my system and onto the page or the laptop screen.
Now, as a parent who's had her children in and out of the media for the last 10 years, how do you find the boundaries of your children and the internet?
Yeah, one of the things I did when I started blogging, I had the odd photo of them up on the blog and I used their real names. And then one day I Googled their names just out of interest and loads of photos came up of them immediately, which kind of, I was a little bit taken aback. So I decided to change their names on the blog. So I gave them made up names, which were the names that I would have called them potentially when they were born. So they quite like the fact that they have those made up blog names too.
So talk to me about the business side of blogging.
I guess there's been stuff out there recently about all the big money that people are making for putting photos on Instagram and making full-time salaries from blogging. But the reality is, for most people, that's not really achievable. I think if you start out because you enjoy it and then you happen to make some money from sponsored posts or advertising, that's great. Like, you know, where a beauty blogger is sent beautiful eyeshadow
makeup
palettes
and loads of stuff,
and we get sent bleach. So, you know, it's not quite the same. So
everybody needs bleach in the house. So have you any tips for new bloggers who want to start out?
I guess my biggest tip would be anonymity. I think when you start out, it's a good idea to just do it for yourself without telling the world, because if you announce to all your friends and family that you're starting a blog, the pressure is on you straight away then to write something amazing and to keep it going, which is hard to do. So I think you're better off start off quietly, build up a little bit of content, build up some confidence, and then if you like, let people know that you're doing it.
Bloggers about it. They're all over the place these days.
Everywhere.
Absolutely. I suppose the thing is to get your own market and go for it. Get your own corner and fight for it.
It's a very, I suppose, in industry now that's a lot of bloggers would be really in competition with each other, because when they started, I mean, that lady and different people.
It takes some amount of discipline though.
Yeah,
especially if you're working full time as well, or if you have children at home.
But it's a great idea if you are in the home,
Yeah,
and you can do
definitely
it in tandem with your kind of regular life.